Hopefully this one will record. Last week I did it and for some reason, don't know, it all went AWOL, so I wasn't able to show people. Right, the reason I've done that is I'm going to talk about a bit of prep very fast. So I have an appointment, for example, tomorrow morning. It's with my architect for the extension. And what I've done is I've gone onto my planner, wanted to check broadband speeds, but my planner has got an error on it at the moment. It's not working. So I then went on
to us. A member of our team will be with you as soon as possible.
Could somebody mute themselves? Because it's all coming through here and that's no good to us. We're recording this. Could you mute yourself, Mel? I think it's yourself. There's stuff coming through. Please, thank you. Right, so I've been onto samknows.com. You might want to write this down. And I managed to get speeds, but then I rang through to the partner relationship lot and I requested the download speeds, which I've got. So I now want broadband. I've been onto Google Maps, put in the address, checked out the road so I know which house, because all that helps you. And the good thing about Google is you then can press directions and it'll even give you an idea of time frame. Factor in a good 15 minutes for traffic, always do that. And that way you can be well prepped and it's a good thing to do all that stuff, okay? I prefer face-to-face than I do Zoom because at face-to-face I can check out the OpenReach socket when I'm there, see where it's positioned, see what their current situation is with broadband, where the routers are. Very often people wrongly put a router right next to a landline telephone and that is interference and they don't realise it. Or they put them near loads of electrical items in the kitchen, and that's another not a good thing. They'll put them next to printers and all sorts of stuff, and actually your router needs to be away from everything like that. So, and the higher up the router is in the room, height-wise, the better. Just things I've picked up from the IT team. So that is all preparation, stuff I've done before. So without further ado, even though people are still jumping on, I'm going to get on and I'm going to show you what I do. Now, I know Rose has seen this quite a few times, all right, but I've already got prepared, as we would say, stuff, and hopefully you guys are seeing all this. So I've got prepared the uw.co.uk/presentation. That's what you type in, and then you're ready to rock and roll. Okay, now that's face-to-face or it's like this on Zoom. I've already got prepped on my laptop ready, my most current and recent bill, very useful. I've also got Trustpilot to do with broadband, O2, I've got Virgin, I've got 3, BT, poor man's BT plus net, EE, Sky, and then last but not least, brilliant Utility Warehouse. And you'll see why I have all that stuff ready. So I'm going to just do this. And I've noticed that Annette's there. So if Annette, at some point, I might use you to bounce off because you're experienced, but I'm just going to run through this. So the first thing I do is I would say, right, and I would use that person's name a lot because you want to build rapport. And, you know, you would turn up and you would do all the usual things. Perhaps they'll make you a cup of tea, whatever. It's a joke, but it's true. For years now, I've had a spare pair of slippers in my bag. I always instantly take my shoes off, put my slippers on. It shows respect. What you're out to do is build total rapport. You don't want any confrontational stuff from the moment you turn up. Guys, I'll tell you the horse's mouth, some of the guys that have taken that on, got themselves a pair of slippers, it works even wonders. You're probably the lady of the house's best friend that they see you put a pair of slippers on. Instant rapport, they like you. Okay, so I then say to them, right, now look, I could wax lyrical about this company, but I have to unfortunately be compliant. And the reason being is the company quite rightly wants everybody to see everything. And they don't want anyone coming back to them in a few months and saying, well, she never told me about this. She didn't tell me about that. And this is a polite and easy way of being able to get acceptance that you're going to do a presentation, because there are people out there, and you will meet them, that will say, don't give me all the flannel. I just want to know what the kilowatts are. All right, they're there, but actually we're there to show them something they don't know, because they don't know what they don't know. All right, and that's a hard place to be. And we're out to give them lots of information so they can make a proper informed choice. So hello, we're UW. We're here to help you save time and money as well as earn an income. And we're a British success story. And as it says, the company now has been in operation about 26 years. They're the UK's only genuine multi-service provider that encompasses not just energy and things like broadband, telephony, mobiles and mobile broadband and non-geographic numbers, but also things like buildings and contents insurance and boiler cover and home care. So it's a raft of wonderful services that they're all essential, and we have to use them at home. They're listed on the London Stock Exchange. For many people, that's pretty important because it actually tells them they're in the top 300 companies in the UK. Pretty amazing stuff. This is what people love. When they ring up, they speak to someone in this lovely building, this incredible landmark building on the Edgware Road in London. Over 2,000 staff generally answer the phone within half a minute. You can speak to a real human being and they can understand you. And at that point, I usually say to them, is customer service important to you? And I then button it and listen to what they say. And then I say to them, they are the independent consumer organisation, which recommended for 10 years. We'll go into more detail about that in a moment. And they're helping over 650,000 homes save time and money. But this is what tends to matter to most people. Reducing your monthly bills, excellent customer service, helping to protect the environment, earning additional income. So Annette, I want you for a moment to take those 4 factors. I want you to rejig them and put them in the order of importance first, what matters to you. All 4, rejig them and tell me what's important to you.
Well, excellent customer service. The environment, that's very important to me. Reducing the monthly bills, yes. Earning an extra income, that could be of interest.
Lovely. No, Annette, I've heard what you've said and I understand the things that are most important to you, and I'll make sure that we cover those aspects. Guys, what I want to say to you is you may have never heard somebody do it that way, but what we're out to do is literally find out, because for some people, the only thing that matters to them is reducing their bills, all right? But I've heard loud and clear that there's other things that matter to Annette. So Annette, you know, this is unfortunately what most people experience: multiple suppliers, unexpected price hikes. At this moment in time, I expect, like many people, the whole energy crisis could be of a concern to you. Is it something that you've been wondering about?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's the conversation, it's a topic of conversation everywhere, isn't it?
It is. Well, let's give you a little bit of confidence at the moment, because we don't normally talk about this, but I think it's terribly relevant. Utility Warehouse has always aimed for the long term, okay? Customers that are not just going to jump in and out and change constantly. They're looking for customers that want to be with us literally 5-10 years. And I've got customers been with me nearly 20 years now. They love the fact that actually overall they are better off. And they also have the confidence, and this is important at the moment, Utility Warehouse struck a deal with their wholesale supplier for energy, which runs all the way to 2033. There is no worries about this company going bust, which is absolutely fabulous. And myself as a customer of 19 years, that gives me confidence. Okay. So now what I'm about to show you is a very short little video. You probably recognize Joanna Lumley. She's rather a national treasure. She happens to be a personal friend to our chairman and decided she liked the ethics and the way the company worked and said, I'd like to be their ambassador. So look, guys, I'm not going to play it. You all know it because we want to crack on. All right. Now, once I've played this, Annette, I'd like you to listen carefully because I'd like to know what you particularly like best. All right. So we've now played it. So, Annette, of all the different benefits she mentioned, what was the thing that struck a chord with you?
Oh, one simple bill, and that cashback card sounds interesting.
Okay, well then let's show you. Let's jump straight into that whole one bill. So I'm going to now show my bill. So in the screen, I've got it ready. And Annette, at the moment, this is my most up-to-date bill. I think actually possibly my new one is about to be released, but they tend to prepare the bill in the first week of the month. And then we know what's coming out by direct debit on the last working day. That gives us 3 weeks, which is excellent. Now, we all pay by direct debit. I have every service with them except gas because I live in the countryside and I'm off mains. So I've got electricity, I've got mobile, I've got fibre, broadband and phone. I have buildings and contents insurance with them, and I've got boiler cover and home care. So I have 6 services. I willingly pay £2 a month for this incredible thing called this cashback card. And I will explain that to you. So it's a monthly fee of £2. To be quite honest, as you can see, even on this bill, it's never been something to worry about because I've, generally speaking, from my everyday spending, tended to get between £30 and £50 a month. So the £2 doesn't matter. So let's just show you this, okay? So we've got a bill with all the usual detail, all the stuff we need to know, okay? There's my mobile, there's my fibre, broadband and phone. Oh, one thing that might be useful, when someone takes broadband, energy and a mobile service, they become what's called a gold customer, and they get a gold benefit for life, which is a further 10% reduction off the phone and broadband. And I've had that for donkey's years now. And then, excuse me, my home insurance. Well, some people would probably go, wow, £42 a month. I have to qualify this. This is a home, right, that it's buildings and contents, but I'm a collector of Ronnie Wood art, and I've got some stuff that's on some serious high risk. And I was surprised that actually Utility Warehouse could cover me. I am, in fact, about £90 a year better off than I used to be with LV. So I'm very, very happy. Same, an easy switch. Used to be with British Gas for donkey's years on the boiler cover. About 4 years ago, we changed this. I've never seen the price go up. I love it. I was paying £31 a month to British Gas. Now I'm paying 18. And again, I've got more cover. And it's called Happy Days. And then here's that £2 a month. And then what I want to do is show you the cleverness. So imagine having a debit card with a bank account that has money in it. But the difference with this bank account is you cannot go overdraw. You don't physically top up a card. You're actually putting money into an account of which 2 people can have access to it. So here we are, spending money, and then each time I spend money, I'm getting a percentage of up to 7% back in store, and actually up to as much as 20% back online. Absolutely fabulous, all right? Even one-off things like, here we are, I bought some garden furniture, just a one-off trading company, and I got 1% back. So if you went round the corner, for instance, to your local pub and bought a meal and some drinks, you'd get 1%. So it is money back everywhere. So now to give it some meat on the bones, if we go back to the beginning, already incredible price services, but now this everyday spending has reduced them. Now, if we take a look at this particular bill, you could actually say, do you know what? It's eliminated my phone and broadband charges. Well, actually, some months it eliminates the electric. Can I ask you, Annette, would you like your everyday spending to start eliminate the cost of your services?
Oh, yeah, it'd be very useful.
Right, well, this is exactly what can happen. So hopefully that explains the one bill. So, which independent consumer organisation, have you heard of them, Annette?
I have, yes. Yeah, we used to get witch gardening.
Right, okay, now lots of people like it. They are brilliant. They are like the consumer's Bible. We have actually been recommended by Which, as it says here, over 10 years running. And in fact, last year, we swept the board with awards and Utility Warehouse were best for energy and mobiles and broadband. And so Which made up a new award called Utilities Brand of the Year. Now, which is great, but you have to pay about £10 a month to subscribe to find out where to go for the best services. But prepared ready, I want to show you a few things. Now, Trustpilot is an online comparison service where people review. So it's very much by the people for the people. Okay. And it means you cannot, there's nothing much I can say about this. So look, first of all, reviews for O2. Okay. If we look at Virgin Media, okay, this is all about, as we can see, 3. Okay. BT. Poor man's BT plus net. Here we go. Oh, EE. Sky. And then complete opposite Utility Warehouse. So you see, Annette, as a customer, it gives me great confidence knowing that I really am with the best. And as a partner, it also gives me confidence because I know that I'm recommending something jolly good. Okay. So everybody saves. Now, this may not apply. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, Annette. If you didn't save money, then they'll guarantee you'll pay less than you are with your current suppliers. So switch your energy, broadband, mobile to UW. And if you don't just save by switching, simply send in your previous suppliers' bills and any price increase notifications, and they'll review and apply credits to your bills to make sure you save in your first year. In a nutshell, do you know what? Let's say, for argument's sake, easy sum, it was £500 because you happen to be in an energy deal at the moment that is completely unavailable because of what's happened with the energy crisis. Do you know what? Send them in, and Utility Warehouse will take that £500. They'll even add £50 on top, another £50 if they're able to convert your gas and electric meters to smart meters, and they'll even give you £50 on this cashback card account. So you're £150 up, and they've matched what you've already got. It's called Happy Days. Really, really good. So here's the peace of mind. £200 to help you switch. We know that everybody tends to be in contracts these days. So this is to exit and pay those fees off for you. And that's across any of the services. We've just talked about everybody saves. And then the final bit of peace of mind is satisfaction guaranteed. Do you know what? If you get the jitters, which I doubt, but you know what? You've got 30 days to change your mind at no extra cost. So they're the one bill. Now, I've already explained mine. So let's tell you a little bit, because you mentioned, Annette, that the green initiatives was quite important to you. Well, Utility Warehouse supply 100% renewable electricity. They install these second generation free smart meters and a tree planted in your name. I've been up there. It's in the Brecon Beacons, this lovely woodland forest. So they're what I call the greenest of the green. And actually, there are other things they're doing as well. I know it's important to you. Just to let you know, we raise money for Plastic Oceans. Okay. Now, one of the UK's best mobile deals, fabulous. So basically, unlimited data, text, and minutes completely on a SIM for £18 a month. If you add another one in on that household, now they're £12 extra, and you can choose another 3. So in this case, 2 people experiencing completely unlimited data, minutes and text, just £30 a month. And get the fastest broadband speeds available to your home. All right, we'll go into some of that a bit later. And here's the 5-star rated home insurance and boiler cover. As I said, I switched mine 4 years ago, never seen it ever change. Love the fact that I get this. And basically, do you know what? You don't need to worry. It includes things like your annual service. It includes electrics, plumbing, drains, the heating, security locks and doors, roofing, pest control. Absolutely fabulous. And then here's about the cashback. So you'll probably recognize some of these leading retailers. Hi guys, notice the word I said recognize. I didn't say do you shop in these retailers, all right? You'll probably recognize them. Most of them are going to give you between about 3 and 7%. There are more. Online, there's about 2,500 retailers that will give you even more. Do you ever buy anything through eBay or Amazon, Annette?
Yes, I do.
Well, you'll love it. You're going to get cash back on that stuff too. It's good. It's really, really good. And then here's a lovely one. Do you know what? Let's talk about recommending this on. And when you become one of the happy bunnies, you'll be glad to. And, you know, each time that you pass someone to me, and I promise to treat them with the same courtesy and respect as yourself. And do you know what? There's up to £50 each time will come off your bill. And as it's showing here, this one is 2, so that's £100 off. That's absolutely fabulous stuff. So Annette, come on, I'm sure you know probably loads of people that would love to get cash back on their everyday spending. Just give me one name, one person.
Oh, one person. Gilly.
Gilly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is she a friend?
She is. She's a long-term friend.
Lovely. Now, anybody as caring as you about the environment that you know, can you think of one person?
I can think of several people. In particular, I think Karen. Karen's very much into the environment.
And who do you know tends to spend their life on social media on their phone? Do you know anyone like that?
My husband.
Okay, lovely. All right. And then anyone that you know would benefit from getting an extra income coming into their household?
Anybody? Yeah, I know quite a few people who are struggling at the moment. So yeah, I can think of. Oh God,
not out to pry.
I know a couple of people who are coming up for retirement. One of them in particular, Lindsay, I think. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. So look, you've mentioned Gilly and Karen and Jim and Lindsay, 4 people in this instance at £50 a time. That's £200 off your bill. Isn't that fabulous? All right. So keep that in mind. Now we're growing fast, Annette. This may not apply to you, all right, but we show everybody, okay, because I've learned through my own mistakes. Make sure you do, because some people know some people this could benefit. And you said that possibly Lindsay would. So let's think about this. We earn by helping others. We earn from month 1 with support, and we build financial security. Now I'm going to shut up, drink my drink, and dear Joanna, in under a minute, is going to give you some infill. Right, guys, we all know what she says. So, Annette, back to you. We earn extra income and we can give ourselves long-term security. But I'm going to ask you, what's important to you? Is it extra income, financial freedom, more spare time, have your own business, income in retirement, personal development, or leave a legacy? Out of those, what's most important to you?
I think financial independence, actually.
Oh, do you mind me asking why that one?
Well, my husband's always been out at work, And recent years, I've been at home. And actually, if I want something, I have to check the bank balance. And it would be nice to have my own little pot of money.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, then this just could be up your street as well as Lindsay. Lindsay actually could be someone in your little team. Okay. So let's explain this. So we earn an upfront income. Now, these are what we call a qualifying customer. That's when they're a homeowner. Now, let's take on board, let's be conservative and say not everybody takes boiler cover, all right? But they take mobile, broadband, and energy. Now, takes about up to 2 hours. Some people do it for less. That's £250. Imagine doing that once a week. Now, in a month, that's 4. And as you can see here, the money almost doubles, £1,400 a month. Annette, £1,400 a month. What would that actually do for you? What would you do with £1,400 every month?
Well, that would pay for all of our expenses at the home.
Wow, fantastic.
That wipes out all of our bills, our monthly outgoings.
That is brilliant. Thank you,
Good afternoon, Juan.
Isn't it? Right. Well, look, this could be something for you then. But let me tell you about the bigger picture, Annette, because this is fabulous. We help people build financial security. And let's be honest, these days, there aren't many things that give us security. But we get paid every month an ongoing share of the bills that we introduce to customers. All right. So when we introduce customers and we reduce their bills, we get basically a percentage, a royalty. We get it every month that they pay their bill by direct debit. Now, imagine 12 months a year, and then somebody is with you for years and years, like I've had. Let's go back to my bill. Guys, I want you to see how my bill comes in handy again. So, Annette, if we take a look at this bill, but we've got to look at the amount that is pre-discounted, because remember, it's the retailers that give this money back, not Utility Warehouse. So £145. Now, we generally earn between 3% and 5%, depending on the services. Okay, now let's go bang in the middle and say 4% of £145 is about £6. Okay, so £6 every single month, month after month, 12 months a year, for now, 19 years. Now times that by hundreds of customers, and there's this wonderful growing pot. But now let me show you the bigger team, because it says here, we also get a royalty from our team's customers. So Annette, imagine Lindsay says, yes, please, and he starts bringing in customers. You're now going to get a second royalty, a smaller amount, a percentage of those customers too. This is financial security. So if we move on, I just want to ask you this. What is best for you? Is it earning money as a partner? Is it saving money as a customer? Or like most people, do both?
Both, I think.
Okay. Well, look, I think what would be rather good in this instant would, shall we have a look and see how much we could reduce your bills?
Sounds fair.
Okay. So now, guys, if I was with Annette, or even if we're doing this remotely, I would click Save Money as a Customer. I would click Save Money as a Customer. Come on. There it is. Okay. Now, this brings me to the Join the Club site and all prepped ready to sign in and get going. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stop the share because we've done what we call the presentation part, and with the best will in the world, I can't do the next part in 3 minutes. So what I feel we need to do is save the next bit for next week. Is it okay that we'll do the next part and then you'll see that part? Yeah?
Yeah.
So we've got a few minutes. Please feel you can unmute. who would like to ask some questions? Because obviously that's my personality on doing a presentation. It is the words that are there with just a little bit of me. Okay, who wants to ask a question? Anybody? Anything that troubles anyone? Anything that you thought, why did Lisa do that?
I've only got one question that I got caught up on this week. Are you able to hear me? I wasn't sure. Okay.
I can hear you
Um,
beautifully.
When it says, we were talking about the Everybody Saves, and the £200 switching, what I got caught up on this week was I signed a customer up. They took everything except the mobile.
Yes.
They owed £183 on their broadband, but they didn't want the mobile just yet. So I didn't sign them up.
£200 isn't available to them to pay.
I didn't realise that.
That's fine, Emma. You're learning. It only applies to double gold.
Yeah,
Right.
I
Yeah,
know it's
don't
early days.
It does apply, by the way, not just to homeowners, it does apply to tenants as well. Okay.
So they have to take out, everybody has to take out a mobile to get the £200.
They do, yeah.
Well, I mean,
And-
I ended up speaking to
Yeah.
head office and they added it for me,
What, the mobile?
the mobile.
Brilliant.
The steward spoke to them because initially they weren't going to help me. The steward spoke to them and they've given the £50 shopping, but they've actually just said, well, we'll just take the £50 off their bill instead. But at least they've not missed out on that. But
Okay.
maybe I'm just very new and didn't realise.
No, and that's why, Emma, these extra sort of coachings and things are good, because there's some great training on the virtual, you know, all online, and there's classroom trainings. But what I try to do, this little slot that I do, I focus on skills and stuff. Sometimes, you know, like people have said to me, how do you do all this getting the phones unlocked? How do you get the pack codes? Do you know what? This stuff actually does have to, you have to know it. And when you know it back to front, it gives you confidence for the rest of the appointment. You're not thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do if I'm switching a mobile? Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the stuff that I try to cover. So just to say to you, don't panic. Now, there's a way to help people see the bigger picture. Now, I'm also going to give a caveat to this, because this morning I was doing a supported Zoom appointment, and the prospect, the gentleman concerned, even though, please hear this, there was over £1,000 a year saving on all the services, because his broadband with Origin was £17 a month. He couldn't get past that, although ours was double, it wasn't, because of the bigger picture. And he could not see past that. And he was not prepared to change. Nothing I could do about it at all. So I then said to him, right, well, you know, he said, I want to do gas and electric only. He then said, supposing there's some exit fees on my energy. I said, well, they won't pay them because you haven't taken all the services. And I said, in fairness, this company is giving a lot of money away. They're actually paying something that you're meant to pay. And he said, oh, right, okay. And I said, but anyway, I know there's no exit fees because you are paying through the nose on a normal standard variable rate. So there won't be. By the way, there was still, hear this out, 666. Really not a nice number, but it was 666, the saving on the gas and electric on a like for like.
That's quite a lot similar to the savings I'm making at the moment for customers. And my my utility warehouse personal number is AB0666.
Okay. We won't hold it against you, Emma.
Thank you.
Look, guys, that actually is a wonderful thing that Emma's just mentioned, and I want to share this. because I don't know if people have got the confidence, but I can promise you, we are so good at the moment on the money. I mean, I have never seen this in 19 years. This is like the perfect storm going on at the moment. We've got everybody saves, and we've got an energy crisis that's in our favour, because do you know what? Even the monster, Martin Lewis, he's even saying we across all our tariffs are the best, and that they really are phenomenal. So guys, get into some solid action and get going and doing stuff, because it really, really is the time. All right. Even if you feel, oh, I can't pick up the phone, because I know nobody wants to pick up the phone. I know that. Right. But you could print off some neighbour letters, and you could go and do what I call some name awareness, because I know, Emma, you're doing quite well with that, aren't you?
Yeah, do you know what? I had to walk to the train station a few days ago. It was a lovely sunny day. I just took some letters with me on the way. I stopped and spoke to a gardener that happened to be just west. Oh, are you local? What weed killer are you spraying? You know, because I was interested. And then that got me into, oh, are you local? He said, I've just lived down the road actually, but I work at this place. Oh, you know, how are you doing at the moment? Chat, chat, chat. Oh, would you like a letter? And then as people are washing their cars, they're out and about, I'm just popping in saying, okay, well, I can't stop now, but have a think about it. Give me a call, or I'll pop back later, and we can make an appointment. And it's gone really well doing that.
Excellent. Now, I've just been out for 50 minutes. Yeah, it deserves a round of applause. I've been out for 50 minutes. I printed off the neighbour letter about the energy crisis, and I've been out and I've delivered them, and I've knocked the door and said, I can't stop, but I'm handing you this because it isn't junk. I live up the road, and I think everybody at the moment is feeling it with the energy crisis. This is a bit about it. Do you know what? I think you'll find this really interesting. Sorry, I can't stop because I've actually got appointments and I've got to get these out first. A great reason that it's quite obvious you're not selling on the door might be a good reason to say something. Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, look, guys. So next week, same time, same place, we will then do part 2, which will be the comparison. And then we'll probably do part 3, which will be all about the partner bit, the partner sign up, because Annette here is interested. Okay.
Okay.
So I
Will
hope
we have
come on next week.
Will we have the pack codes and that next week then? You know, the numbers that we have to remember.
What would you like some stuff like that?
Yeah, as well as, yes, please.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do that bit as well. We'll put that into it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something, guys. I want to share this, right? Brand new partner, very first customer this morning. First customer. In fact, we did do it yesterday. And I have to say, in possibly being in front of maybe 3,500 people for appointments, it was my most challenging. I actually felt completely mentally drained. This person zapped me, my energy and everything. And the partner said to me, I sent him a private message and said, don't want him as a partner. And he wrote back and said, absolutely agree. Sometimes you have got to make some decisions, and it's like, no, let him refer customers, but that one, no, because you'd have hard work. So look, guys, I still get the challenges. And I must admit, I felt like I needed a couple of paracetamol afterwards.
Oh.
Well, look, we've managed to record this. I shall get it going, and it will go out because I know there was quite a few people wanting it. Hopefully that was helpful, and
Great.
see you all next week.
Yeah. Thank you,
Thank you.
Lisa. Thank
Actually,
you.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.